Right, ladies and gents, welcome back. I think we're on the forest part 3. I think this is the camp where we left off. Yeah, it is. I remember now. I've been playing a few other games, so I've been flipping in between the games to try and keep the channel interesting and to start off with, because as you know, I'm pretty new to this, and yeah, I'm trying to keep the channel as varied as possible with playing different games and not just one game to start off with. So yeah, before we've been running around the island, I've been going around the perimeter really, showing you guys just camps that I've set up and different things that have been going on. Oh, there's a little lizard here. Let's get this lizard a minute. Gotcha. Right. Very handy to keep getting the lizards because their skins, you can make some good camo skin with their with the skin. You got these lizard skins. Yeah, you put them in, you combine them, and then you add some leaves, and it makes a nice stealth armor. How many have I got at the minute? So I've got enough at the minute. I don't want to make any more. But yeah, you add them with the leaves, and it gives good stealth armor. I usually, with my stealth armor, I do, when I'm wearing it, I wear 7 stealth armors, and then I have 3 bone armors, and I find that gives a good balance. Yeah, I'm losing the light a little bit now. What I'm trying to do with the forest is really show you guys all the stuff during the day. Because let's put him in a little basket. I don't want to kill him. There we go. Oh, did he just run off? I missed the basket. Never mind. It doesn't matter. There's loads of rabbits around here. So yeah, what I'm trying to do is show you most of the forest in the daylight at first, in these first few sections that I'm showing you, because the nighttime footage, I could imagine trying to watch this isn't too exciting for the actual watcher. For the player, it's quite riveting, and yeah, it kind of crazy, but yeah, we can see what we can get up to. I've caught another rabbit already. This time, let's see if we can get him in the pen. I think I pressed the wrong button before. That's better. Yeah, I have this thing where I'm swapping between my games when I'm playing my games, and I forget which buttons are what, and I make loads. I often make quite a few mistakes. We want to reset that trap actually, and I can see. Yeah, I thought I could see in the distance some enemies running around in the dark out there. Let's see. Wow, it's really dark. See what I mean about the footage? It's not too great as a viewer, I should think. You're not getting the best experience. Another rabbit. Wow, that trap fills up like crazy. Sometimes you build the traps in other places, and yeah, they don't really get many rabbits in them. But that one, brilliant. Yeah, so you're new to this game, we're burning this dude because you can collect a skull and some bones, which will so you can make lamps, and the bones you can make arrows and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. I need to eat something, not. Okay, lovely. Let's go and see what's on the drying rack, actually, because I do have... wow, it's dark, man. Can I take one of... That's better, right, because we want to put this. Let's equip this dude. Pop him on there, that's it. Right, when these guys burn on the fire, make sure you don't leave it too long, because I've noticed that the items disappear real quickly. Let's build a lamp. It's dark in this camp. Where are we? There we go. Lamp. Let's pop one just there. That's better. Yeah, try and give us, maybe because I'm doing these playthroughs, it's a good idea to have as many lamps as possible, so that you guys can see what I'm up to. Let's let that little rabbit go again. Yeah, as I was saying before, I haven't been to this camp. At the end of my last playthrough, I was warbling on about I haven't been round to this camp very often, and usually if you haven't been to an area for a long time, your camp gets run down, and if you're not careful, it can just literally disappear, can fall to bits. So it is really best to come back when you can and just walk around the items in your camp. It'll come up with a little, I've seen it in my previous playthrough, if you've watched it. You'll get a little hammer logo, and that'll be an indicator that you need to do some repairs to the items in the camp. We're looking all right at the minute. That's why, if you wonder why I'm going round just approaching everything, it's just to see if anything needs repairing. How many sticks do I have? Oh, I'll tell you what, let's collect some sticks. It's always handy to keep your backpack. As many sticks as got 17. Let's get a couple more. Like that. Magic. Right. Let's do a quick save while I'm looking about. Right. Get that feather floating around. It's always good to get feathers. Yeah, there's the baskets of bones, you see. You collect them up, you can do all sorts with them, and it's handy. I usually keep about 5 in my backpack. So we'll deposit 1 in there. So that'll put that down to 5. Do I need to make any arrows? Yeah, you see, I can make some arrows. So let's make some arrows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And then we want 5 feathers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I think it's just a stick. And you've got some arrows then. You can put some poison on the arrows. I try and always make bows so I can light them and fire them at the guys. Let's do some now while I'm talking about it. We combine them together, you see, and now we've got some arrows that I can set alight and fire at the enemy, at the cannibals of the island. Yes, right. Yeah, I've got some water. Can I fill up my little canister? I've got 100%, so I'm all good. I've got a couple of food things. Anyway, I don't think there's anything else to show you really about this camp. It's well equipped. It's not really a defense camp. It hasn't got loads of walls and stuff around it. It's just got a hole. I noticed that the way my spear is facing at the minute, they'd either go away from this spear or towards it in that direction along here. So really, I've just built like a wall of traps. I think that's called the happy birthday trap. There's a trap there. There's another one there. There's one there. Could do with filling that gap with something so they can't run through there. Yeah, to build them all the way along. So when they run through here, they come a cropper, basically. So, yeah, I've got loads of drying things. What I was doing is, instead of burning them, I was putting their limbs on here and then making effigies. Have a drink, hang on. Have a drink. The little logo is flashing then. Uh-oh, here we go. What time of night is it? It was about, yeah, it's about midnight now. What I will do is, while it's dark, actually, let's go and show you. So this is on like a little cliff edge, this camp, but there is a way down by this tree. So we'll go down here, and I've got another camp over on this island, which I'll show you in a minute. You get there via this, what are they called? Rope slide thing. There's me, can't get my words again. I'm always like that when I'm doing these playthroughs. I'm not very good at narrating. But yeah, we've got a giant effigy here. Sometimes I light if things get a bit too heavy around these parts. And what we can do is, while we're here, I don't have in my backpack a turtle shell. So you have your turtle shells so you can build... Did I hear something behind me then? Sure, I heard something. Yeah, there's usually turtles around here that come up on the shore, and I only kill one of them because you can only kill one shell. I mean, you can only hold one shell. I mean, that's quite brutal, killing a turtle, poor little thing. But yeah, we have the shell now in our backpack just there. It gives us 2 meats as well, raw meat. I might as well eat something while I'm... There we go. Right. Yeah, well, there's his mate. I'll leave his mate alone because I can only do one turtle shell anyway. So I can go up on this camp. I can get to this camp through this walkway. But what I usually try and do is make the walkways as hard as possible to get through and onto, so that the cannibals, the islanders, can't have access to my camps. So let's go on this. You can also use those rope slide things to send logs along. But watch out, when you send a log down these things, they come flying off the end and shooting out into, and they'll smash stuff up. And also, if you build it too close to the shore, it'll just fire it off into the water and you'll have a job to get it back. Best bet is sometimes, if you've got the room, is to build a wall where my spear's pointing now. Build a wall along the front there, and then the logs will come flying down here, shoot off and hit the wall, and hopefully stay where they should do. Let's save this. So this is the other camp. This is, again, another really small camp, really. I've got an emergency raft there. Has it got any food on it? I should put some... Let's put some of my food on there, just in case I ever need to use it in emergency. Yeah, that will do. Let's go and get some dried food from over here. I'll have one of those. That'll do, because the next camp isn't that far away. So this camp is out on the island. So you can't really see. It's a bit dark at the minute. But it's out on an island. And there's a load of dotted islands. If I get up on here. Oh, come on. I tell you, I swear to God, this guy, our couch, is about 3 foot tall. So the perimeter of the island's running along there, but there's a dotted islands that run. Hang on, let's get the map up. Oh, I can't really use a pointer to show you, though. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, we're... where are we on that map? We're on the southeast side. That little red pin is right on the edge. It doesn't even show you the islands anyway. I thought it did. But there's a row of small islands run from this one. You can swim them. Yeah, rough idea. Yeah, I'll put a lamp out this side. But I should put a lamp on the next island. So if we ever need to swim it, I think you can just see it in the moonlight over there. But yeah, there's about 4 or 5 tiny islands like this. And they're quite good, you know, if you want to build a camp that is really away from the enemy, then, you know, this is your best bet. But getting materials and everything over here is, you've got to think about how you're going to move your materials around and how you're going to get stuff over here. Yeah. But yeah, pretty basic camp. Nothing really much going on. Just for laughs, I'm going to start building way more stuff into these camps just to see how crazy I can make them. I see other YouTubers have got crazy builds. They must have been building them. They must have put so much time into them, which I'm definitely going to start doing to make my camps look a bit better, because mine are... These ones anyway, my small camps are pretty boring. So that's that one anyway on the little island there. Nice secluded little spot. I've never had an enemy get over here, because the way I've built the walkway, I'll show you how I've built the walkway. So it's actually away from the island a bit, so it's in the water. So if you do a leap of faith, you can nearly make... Well, I did make it then. And then you've got a wall on the walkway that they'd have to scale even if they managed to get on it, which I've never seen them get on it. Yeah, I've built the walkway, yeah, just away. Now, they can jump a long way, but if you plop into the water there, that for some reason they can't hardly get across there. Oh, God, it's getting light. That's a good thing. Make for some better footage than what we've got at the minute. Yeah, I built a load when I very first started this playthrough, this one. I built all these happy birthday traps. Because originally the islanders were, I was going to say baddies, were going to come down, well, were coming down here. But ever since I built the camp now, they don't seem to bother that much. I don't know why. I have noticed in this game, the more you build, sometimes the less they appear, especially a lot of traps. You build... I talk of the devil. This guy. Yeah, really? Let's see if we can... Hang on. Get up on here. See if we can entice him. Where's he gone? Did he not even chase me? Yeah, so there's that other camp up on that hill up there that we came down off of in the night. You can see now that's the row of islands that I was on about that runs along the shore. I'm going to put some lamps on them so I can see them in the future in case I need to swim out there. But they go all the way along to another little camp that we did visit. But anyway, so that's this. Oh, you can't. I'll leave that. I was going to show you that camp in the light, but it's nothing exciting. Look, it's got a hut and that's it. A couple of drying racks. So we got some lamps around here, and he did bugger off, didn't he? He didn't come back. I've got a sap collector there. Always place them around the island because you're always using sap in your inventory to make all sorts of things. You don't want to be running out of that. Got a rope slide from up on the cliff there, which is really handy for getting down off the cliff quickly if there's any trouble. What else have we got round here? It's not really much. I was going to build a camp right at the entrance here because there's loads of trees and materials and stuff, but I didn't bother in the end. I put a trap just here because the islanders were running through here quite a lot. But again, since I built the trap, maybe they're just clever. I've got a little tree house in here. Oh. Let's get up. Out of the way. Nearly got me then climbing up there. I'm just going to have a seat while they're... let's build our energy up. If you build these little seats, they'll get your energy going. What are they up to? Let's get up. Yeah, I did get him. Let's get him with an arrow as well, eh? Oh, pressed the wrong button. Quit. Did I get him? Oh, I missed him. He's not happy, is he now? Where's he gone? There he is. It takes like 2 or 3 burning arrows, I think, sometimes to get them. Depends. Yeah. Oh, he's still alive? What on earth? He's pretty tough. Oh, there he is. Let's get him. He's all burnt up. No, don't run off. Oh. No, they're all going. They got fed up. Yeah, you scream, you scream. Did I get another one in him? Yeah. Oh, I got him. Yeah, he's dead. Dead as a door now. This guy. Hey, see the one that I got in the... Ah, little bugger. Ah, he's gone, hasn't he? Never mind. Let's get me spear back in action. Oh, is there still a guy hanging around? Let's have something to eat. My energy thing's flashing, and I need something to drink. Where's this other chap? I can hear a chap growling. Where is he? I'm surprised. Sometimes they'll chuck fire bombs at you. If you start using fire, they will use fire as well. They're pretty what is it? Every time I light an arrow, the birds are eating my eating his body. Have they all gone? I think they got fed up with me, didn't they? Collect some feathers. Yeah, you build them little bird boxes. I think I explained in my other playthrough. Where's that? Where's the body? I can't remember where I should... Oh, there he is. Might as well collect... You can collect your arrows out of the bodies. But they'll lose... What was that? Is there someone following me? I thought there was someone following me. Let's burn this body. I haven't got a fire back there by that tree house, so we'll bring him down here. I'd rather do it down here anyway, where it's safer. To stay in the trees and yeah. Have I not got? I thought I had a fire around here. Maybe I haven't. Let's do it up here. Do. Yeah. Oh, in fact, we've been busy up here as well. Look at them all in the traps up here. My word. Yeah, let's sort these fellas out. They've been in the trap a while as well. So they've got some flies around them and stuff. Let's chuck them on. Lovely. Get that. Is there a body in that one? No. Get the traps all set. There's a body just there. Pick him up. Let's put him by there for now. These bones should be ready to come out of there in a minute. Oh, word. I've got, like, brilliant. We'll collect a whole load of goodies off these guys. Pile up the bodies. Right. Yeah, you want to watch it when you're doing this processing, as I call it, because when you get busy into something, they'll, without a doubt, a bunch of them show up while you're burning the bodies and stuff. Shut that one on. Shut this one on. Watch out you don't set yourself on fire. I do it a lot. Oh, what? Where is he? Ah, they're over there, look, in the trees. Yeah. Where is he? You see him just there, look. He's a pretty meaty fella. He's got a load of things sticking out his back. Yeah. Some of them are really cautious, and they do run off. Even if there's a group of them, and then other times, they will really have a go. Like, pretty crazy. That's, where's me bone baskets? Are they both full now? So I can't... Ah, there's one just there. Let's fill that up. There we go. And we'll collect them. Oh, there's loads. Oh. I can hear growling again. Uh-oh. He is on his own, isn't it? Whoa. Whoa, there's Sunshine. He's keen. Has he got stuck in like a...
Yeah.
Come on. He ran straight through my trap. Cheat. Let's give that a save. Or anything crazy happens. It's usually when I don't bother saving. Yeah, something goes off. Let's get these traps back up. They do run through this area quite a lot, so it is worth, if you're doing a playthrough of this game, yeah, it's worth setting your traps up along there. You get a lot. You can only carry 4 skulls at a time, and I wasted one on the fire there, but never mind. Actually, we were going to do a few more lanterns in this area. I might do one by this tree. Just for next time we come through here in the night time. Where else do we have one? Got one there. They don't give out a lot of light, but they do really help when you're trying to see. Let's put one underneath there, just there. There we go. Should really build the lamps things at night anyway. And then you can tell what areas you're lighting up, illuminating. Let's grab some sticks, because yeah, I've used a few sticks. Right, let's move on to the next camp. I've stayed round here way too long. We have seen a little bit of action, but nothing too exciting. What we'll do is, I've got a camp down there by that lake. But we won't go down there. We'll go down this way by the shoreline. How's my... Have I been drinking much out of my thing? 74. I'm all right at the minute. Right, let's make our way along here. Make sure that's all right. Yeah, there's no hammer next to it. Like I say, I always check the lamps and stuff and the traps and everything because, yeah, while you're running past them, you might... Ooh, you might as well repair them. This area, if you decide to swim out, let's swim out a minute. There's quite a lot of sharks around this area. But down on the sea floor, there is food you can collect. Let's see if we can find any. I know this is very blurry and not very good footage for you guys, but this is exactly what I'm seeing as well. But this is as if you go snorkeling. This is what you'd see in the cloudy water. But sometimes there's clams down here. Let's go up to the surface again and grab some air. Yeah, you do get sharks around this area. Whoa, I think... Was that a shark then? Oh, let's get back to shore quick. Oh, and we've got an islander on the shoreline. You little rascal. You'll notice that some of these islanders, some of them are really agile and run at you like crazy fast, and others just walk around quite chilled. And it cracks me up as well when sometimes when you aggro them and there's a group, they will actually sometimes fight each other, which is bonkers. And sometimes to slap each other, and yeah, he's not bothered, is he? I'm going to leave him alone. Let's get on with this, with what we're doing. Yeah, I'll keep it. Oh, here he comes. Now he wants to know. Actually, you don't get many of these guys along this area. Normally, I don't, because I built a bloody great wall just there, so they can't run along the beach. But they can get down the cliffside sometimes. They're really good. They can definitely drop further than you can. Whoa! There you see, he is fast. Come on, sunshine. Yeah, see, I've got a little camp just here that I built. But like I say, it's one of my, I call them a stop-off camp, eh? It's just a place where you can save your game. You put a little bit of food there, a little effigy and stuff like that. Oh, you bastard. Oh! And he is swift. Sorted him out. Man, I thought he was going to kick my ass then. Sometimes they can do you big damage really quickly, some of them. Let's get him on the fire. Yeah, you can chop them up if you want and put them in your backpack. You have a few arms and legs there to make your effigies with. But I generally, most of the time, just burn them up. Let's make some... How many arrows did I go for? Yeah, let's get some more arrows going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then a stick. And then, yeah. Wicked. No, we'll wait. We'll just wait for his body to do its thing. Collect some rocks. Yeah, I don't often get many enemies along this shoreline just here. Because I've blocked it off with this big wall. You used to get a lot coming through here, but I built a blooming great wall to slow them up a bit. There we go. Lovely. Of those sticks, bones. Get his skull. Let's do a save on that again. I like to save on this game as frequently as I can because, yeah, if they kill you, it's handy to have a save point to go back to. Trying to get up on the raft. Yeah, I've got another reserve raft here. I'm sure that had a drying rack on it at one point, but maybe it's deteriorated and fell off. Yeah, they used to run down this hillside just there and come churning along here and always ambushing me. So I built this big wall. You can just about jump. They could, if they really wanted to, jump over, over that bit. I think I'm losing daylight. I think yeah, going to be back in the dark again soon. I've got, so at the top of this mound here, over that way was where that rope slide was down to that island base at that end there. But this area is quite open. Be careful because you can get spotted real easy. I've got a little mini camp over this side, over here, a small camp. There's lots of food round here. Raccoons are easy to catch. There's deer round here and everything. There's a little raccoon here. I don't need any food at the minute, so saying that, let's have a bite to eat. Actually, let's get a raccoon just so you can see. I forgot how you swap the arrows. You can swap your arrows out. Getting all my buttons mixed up. Equip. Hang on, I'm trying to swap my arrow. No. Can't remember what it is that swaps. There's a way you can swap your arrows around. No, that's swapping them. No, why? I don't want to set fire to me. What was that? Anyway, let's stop mucking about with that. Oh my God, sometimes. There's some fish in this little lake here. Oh, I tell you what, we will get that deer. Hopefully. Ah. Yes, got it. That was a pretty good shot. He says, congratulating himself. There you go. That gives you 4 meat. It's loads. Let's go back to my upgraded spear. So anyway, there's usually fish in here. I'm losing light, so it's hard to see. There's one just there. You can get them with you. Just use your spear and walk slowly around the edge of the... Once you go out of waist deep water, you can't use your spear to catch them. There we go. Let's go and put them on a... I've got a little tiny camp. Yeah, that's one of mine. I've got a little tiny camp just here. Let's save it. It's there. Let's get some of the items onto there. Raw fish. We can put on there. We can take one of the fish and then another raw fish. It's there. We'll take that fish, and then we've got 3 dried fish then in our backpack. Lovely. And then the meat. We'll put one of those on there. Take one. I suppose we could. Did I just take one and put one? The systems for putting stuff on and off in this game is a bit clunky, but I'll let them off because this is an old game, and you know it's a fun game to play, even though this game's old, and it must have had a lot of development, this game. Let's give that another save. Right, yeah, just over here. Where is it? Up on this hillside. Got this rope slide thing. It goes all the way down to the edge of the lake. I tell you what, I'm going to show you it real quick before we lose the light. Yeah, this goes down to another camp, and there's a little pond with fish in it. And if you're wanting herbs and stuff, this area, typically it's gotten really dark now. It's quite open, it's like a meadow. So you've got the lake just here. Let's get a map up. Whereby, you see the red pin? We're right on the east by that lake. We're right on the edge of that lake. Yeah, this meadow has loads of herbs and stuff to collect. I will try and do a breakdown of why you would collect the herbs and what you do with them. It deserves a whole tutorial kind of thing within itself, because you can make all sorts of energy stuff with them. And you can heal yourself with it. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things. I'm just trying to say on my rack because I want to put these. I've got some. Oh no! I got rid of all my meat in the end, didn't I? So I'm all right. No, I'll leave everything as it is. There's also a load of rabbits and stuff around here that you can collect. I'm gonna leave that rabbit. We don't need him. Just let him go. There we go. So again, it's night time, so you can't see sod all. I tell you what, let's go. Let's hop into the daylight. Here we go. That's better. So have something to eat. Have something to drink. And let's get this going on. Right. We'll do a save. Right, yeah, so this camp is right on a meadow, as I was saying. If you look, if you jump up on a rock, it's a wide open meadow there with the lake running down the bottom there. And in this meadow, there's all sorts of herbs and stuff. And also, you find that the locals build their effigies there. So if you knock them down, you can get sticks, you can get cloth. Some of them have alcohol, booze on them, so you can make your flammable items. Let's get this. I'm glad I got him. It's always best to have lots of lizard skins. The stick there. Yeah, as I say, the effigies are really good. There's one just there. Be careful though, they like running across this open field. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, you see there's a bottle of booze there, and there's a skull also. And some of them have a rag. There's another one just. Hang on, how many skulls have I got? Let's just build another What I like to do is if there's a lot of skulls around, I just like to build a load of lamps, because the more lamps you have around an area, the better. Let's put another one just here. Because the nighttime play in this game is very dark, so the more lamps you can put around the areas that you visit, the better. Yeah, see, that's got a few cloth. Where's the other one? I saw another one sticking up somewhere. There's usually one by this tree. Yeah, there it is. It's always quite concealed. The skull went flying into the thing, didn't it? Or is that just a stone? Okay. Yeah, oh, there's another one there. There we go. And that's got some booze in it. Lovely. So we've got 2 more booze now, so I can get some of my arrows. Add a booze and a cloth. There we go. And that puts my... they're well, for how I play it, they're my best item for, yeah, attacking the enemy. I like to get up high somewhere and just fire a load of fire arrows at them. It usually sorts them out. Is that another one of theirs just there, or is that mine? No, that's mine, that is. Right, have I got a stick basket over here? Because I'm carrying a lot of bones. Let's put a few of them in there. I like to carry about 5 bones. Yeah, you get some nice, see what you do get here in this area, blackberries. You can eat the blackberries and they boost your, if you're getting a bit hungry. The way to tell when you first start playing this game is to arm yourself with your pouch. So you got this little pouch that you have to make at the start of the game. And you go up to the bush. No, it's got none on it now. Typical, because I want to show you. There you go. You get that bush. You see, they do look edible, don't they? But let's have a look and see. Oh, it is a blueberry, actually. Oh, there wasn't many on it, was there? Jesus. Collected. What's that one? Twin berries. Yeah, I can't carry any of them. But yeah, be careful not to eat the wrong ones, because they can make you proper poorly. But these are what you can poison your arrows with. Snowberries. Yeah, there's a whole load of them just there. So, yeah. So that meadow is quite useful. It's a useful area to have a camp. I've got a camp over here in the trees as well. A little reserve satellite camp, let's call it. Just with a fire and a lamp and that's it. Yeah, with a water collector. A couple of sticks. I don't need any, do I? Okay. Right. And then, yeah, that's where we come down, didn't we, on that rope slide. I've got another rope slide into this area from over here, look, on this thing, and it goes right over the lake, right onto the other cliff's side. Did I hear a load of flies, like there was a body over here or something then? Yeah, I won't go over there yet. There's a cave entrance over here as well. How many lizard skins have I got? Oh, I've got 10. I've got loads. I don't need any more. Okay. Don't need to kill any more lizards. Yeah, there's a cave entrance by these tents. So I've just set up, there's a drying rack, there's a stick rack, and a water collector. But yeah, in here, if you ever get stuck and you're really terrified and there's too many of the islanders. Get in here. I usually try and build a load of lamps in these caves. I haven't shown you any footage of the caves yet because it's really dark. I'm going to have to do a load of correcting of the footage so that it's viewable for you guys to watch. But I will do the cave systems, just not yet. Was there a book on the floor down there? Yeah, there is. I thought I could pick it up on the way out of there, but no. Anyway, let's get back to the shore, which is over there where my spear is pointing. This lake comes in from the shore and it does a big horseshoe. It goes all the way around and then back round the other side. So let's go back. If you swim down here somewhere, there's a hole. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere near the tents. Where is it? And you can get down into the cave system, but be really careful. Is that a body? Maybe that's what no, it wouldn't have flies on it if it's underwater, would it? What does he have? What is that bullet? That's a weird. The game's had a weirdo, hasn't it? It thinks that body's on the surface and it's putting birds on it. Oh well. Right. So let's get back. Did I see an effigy then sticking up? I'm sure I saw an effigy that I could knock down there. Maybe I didn't. Anyway, we're going to go back up in the direction of the way we came down on that rope slide. Being careful not to get had by anything nasty. I'll leave the animals alone at the minute. I don't need to kill anything because I've got tons of food. There's a lizard there, but I don't need to kill him. So yeah, we'll go back up onto this hillside where I slid down on the rope slide. So we're back at that little camp by that little, that little lake. Just there, that's where we come up and we ran across to this camp here. And then the rope slide is up on that cliffside down into the valley down there. So the next camp on this tour, we'll call it. So I went up off of the coastline. So the coastline is up over down there. What's that? A little raccoon. We'll leave him alone. Did he just bite me? I felt a jud, like a judder. That's where that wall is that I built somewhere down there on the shoreline down there. So what I did is I come up off of the shoreline because it's very exposed down there, and I built a camp up on the top here. Just a little camp, a little satellite camp again. It's got a little rabbit catcher thing that's got a flipping, what is in there? It's got a gerbil in it. No, it's not a gerbil. Yeah, look. You little rascal. Anywho's. Yeah, I've got a load of supplies up here. Bunch of sticks. Bunch of food. Some water things. Sometimes have some water in it. A few bunnies in a thing. Let's have a seat. Yeah, when you build these seats and sit in them, I've already said, I know, but they build your, they put your little energy and health bars back up. So you might as well sit in them when you can. Oh, I've got my sap collectors there. Got 2 of them. Yeah, it's good to take your time with this game and gradually build up your areas and your supplies, because then you can go anywhere around the island. And always go back visiting just to make sure you keep the camps in a tip-top condition because you don't want them being falling to bits. The only thing that's sad, there's no fish in this lake, and I thought there would be, being as it looks like a freshwater lake. I don't know whether I showed you, you can, even though it's raining now, but you can get your pot, your old pot, and sometimes if you hold it, this lake I couldn't get it to do it. If you are up on this area, every time I was trying to fill my pot up, because you have to boil the water, you put it on the fire and boil it, but I couldn't get it to fill in this lake. But if you are up here, go down this little chute. So you got the lake, right, and it drains off down this little mini waterfall. You go down here, a little lizard. You can fill it up just, if you take your time really slowly, it will. Yeah, you proved me wrong now, eh? I know what's going to happen. If you keep messing, there it is. Keep messing around there. There you go. And if you're really desperate, you see, you can take that up there. Come on. And you can put it on the fire. Like that. Press the X, put the pot on it, and it'll sterilise a load of water for you. And then what you do is you arm yourself with your pouch. No, not your pouch, your water skin. So equip yourself with your water skin, and when it'll change its logo to a drinking logo, and then you press your button and it fills your pouch up 100%. You can also, I think, put berries and stuff in the mix with the water, and I think it can give you an energy boost and replenish your things, whatever you're doing, whatever is down, it can replenish your health and stuff like that. It takes a little while. Yeah, that's it. So you hold down your A button, so that fills up your little canister. So you arm yourself back with your spear again. Don't forget to pick your pot up. Let's do a save on that now. Right. So we're done here. How many sticks do we have? 19 sticks. We've got plenty of sticks. I built a little tree house here as well, which is quite nice. You climb up it, just in case you get in trouble. Because again, that is quite an exposed spot. If you do have the locals gang up on you, yeah, you could get in trouble. So I built this. It's got a little fire up there. You can do a save point up here as well. You see that in the corner. At one point, I did have a basket up here, an arrow basket, because when you're elevated, it's very handy to have spare arrows instead of just relying on what's in your backpack. See that? Is that a raw lizard? It is, isn't it? Let's equip that a minute and put it over on here. There we go, and we'll take one. How many have I got there? Actually, I'm going to have a couple of them, you know. It's good to have a varied amount of food there in your backpack, so you're all good. Got loads, actually. We're doing well. We're doing well. Yeah, collect those feathers. There for your arrows, always collect them. Like I say, if you're getting short of feathers for your arrows, build a bird's nest thing on a tree, and they'll land on it and drop feathers in it. So you can see in the distance there's a big camp that I've built. See the giant wall going all the way around in a horseshoe shape, and then some steps going up to it. Originally, I wanted to go a zip line from here over to there. But when I blooming built it, it decided that that side was higher and this side was lower. So you can only zip line one way to here. Which was a bit of a bummer, but, you know, whatevs. Anywho's, let's get on with this. So we're back on the shoreline again and down there. I didn't build any camps or anything down on that bit. There's that U-shaped lake that I pointed out earlier. That's where it comes out to. You often get lots of lizards. Hello. And rabbits and stuff around here in case you're running a bit short. The islanders do like to run around on this bit because it's open, I think. Got a few lamps and stuff down here. Nothing special down here though. This is where I decided to build one of my main camps because there's loads of trees around here, loads of food, a big fat cliff to protect me. It took a while to build this, but it was worth it though because it's in a really good location. It's right next to the snow line as well. So what I was saying about the this game being very dark. So I noticed that if you got the lower areas, the greenery areas, right? And when it gets dark, they are brutally dark to play in. But if you set a camp up that's right near the snow line, when it gets dark, go and do your game you're playing in the snow area. Put your warm suit on. You've got one of these warm suits. You have to make one of them with a load of skins. Put that on. It's not as protective as your normal armor, but it allows you to run around and be a little bit hidden and stuff like that. You have to be a lot more careful with it. But what it allows you to do, it allows you to go out and do stuff at night as well. So you can see he's getting cold because we're up high. So put his warm suit on. You can also have for walking around in the snow these boots. And they're not just to keep you warm, they increase your stealth. I've got that is all from mutants. That's a whole mutant armor suit that I've saved there just in case I need some spare armor. Looks pretty gruesome, doesn't it? There's some more there. So yeah, this camp's pretty good. I'm happy with this camp. I'd like to put a lot more inside of it. I've got loads of space inside, so I built this perimeter wall. It goes all the way up here. There's some little walkways to get out of it. There's lamps all over the place. It goes all the way up here. I built some little steps. Nothing fantastic, eh? Some little steps so I can see out and see what's going on. And then I've got a zip line into the camp. There's a couple of zip lines going out of the camp. It's pretty good. It's actually so big, this camp. When you build camps too big, you get the enemy spawning inside the camp and they can't get out. But it's not that bad. Once you get used to it, you just knock them off. These little pigs are all angry. They spawn inside the camp and they can actually do you some damage. You have to be careful with them. They run at you and really bump you, bash you, and give you some aggro. Yeah, I've got loads of skins and all. There's just tons of stuff in here. I collected some weapons off of the locals. Yeah, all that. Sticks, armor, things. Yeah, there's a couple of, around this end here, I've got some traps, but they never even come along here anymore because I've built up so much. They don't ever, like, set anything off. All I do is go along and just make sure everything's maintained. Just in case you get one of the giant mutant things come along. Because they can literally smash through your camp. You have to be really careful. Those things can run fast, the mutants, compared to just the human-like cannibal type chaps. The mutants are crazy fast. So watch out when you hear or see one. There's one that makes, like, even if you haven't seen it, it makes this hissing noise. And then there's the big fat one that makes a big stomping noise as it walks around. But, yeah, they're quite scary. Right, so that's this main camp here. Yeah, so I can zip line out of this camp all the way over that valley to the other side there, to that other camp. And then I've got another zip line out from here. And that goes down to roughly where those tents were by the lake. That roughly goes down there. And then I think I've got another one. Oh, the other one comes into the camp. I like to do these walkways when you're doing a camp with walls and stuff, and you struggle more to get... Oh, there's a baddie over there, look. See him. There's a whole load of them. They ain't getting in here, though. Yeah, I like to build these walkways in the trees. Because they can't get up on your walk. They can jump. They do climb up trees that you haven't built structures on. And they can jump from them, I think, onto these platforms. But they can never just climb up onto them. Yeah, they've buggered off. They knew they couldn't get in here. Yeah, little monkeys. How are we doing for time on this playthrough? Let's have a look. Let's have a drink. No, I just equipped myself with that and not actually drank it. And some of that. Spit. Right. So, I think we're coming up to an hour, aren't we? Wow, you see how dark it gets? But you watch this. If I go, I'll show you before I call this a day on this little bit of a playthrough. I'll show you, because I've got my warm suit on now. You see, over in the snow area, you can see way better. I know I've got a few lights dotted around, but look, if we go over here, watch out for this little pig over there. He's going to run for me. But the difference between the snow area and the darker area where the foliage is like night, literally night and day. Oh, go away. He's going to bash me, isn't he? Get up in my tree. Go away. There's loads of them. There's 4 of the little buggers. So I made a little string of camps all the way along this ridge, and it goes further along. But I'm gonna do that on the next playthrough bit. But yeah, just a bit of advice for the night time. If you want to carry on progressing your game at night, yeah, definitely go above the snow line. You can get a lot of stuff done, like getting a load of trees down ready for you building your camps and stuff like that. Lots of these boars around to eat. Water's harder to get hold of. But if you've got a camp right on the snow line, you can go up and down and in between it, kind of thing. Let's get on this and go back to my main camp down here. There we go. So I'm back in my main camp. Right. Thank you for watching this part of the forest. This was part 3, wasn't it, I think? Sorry there was such a big gap in between, but I've been, all sorts of things coming up just recently. That's life though, isn't it, eh? Yeah, thanks for watching this. I'll try and do the forest ones a bit more regularly. And I'll try and record some stuff of more conflict with the cannibals and with the mutants, because at the minute on these playthroughs, it's just been pure coincidence. I haven't really had much conflict with them, which makes the footage a little bit boring and more like just a tutorial of what to do with stuff. when this game is very exciting, especially when you get in the cave systems and stuff. And also building all these camps, you can be very imaginative with what you can build. Let's just have something to eat there. But yeah, anyway, stop going on, Neil, as per normal. But yeah, ladies and gents, thanks for watching. Please come back. Please watch my other games, even if it's not tutorials, even if it's just some downtime when you're chilling after work or something. Yeah, just have a little watch and listen, eh? So, yeah, please like and subscribe. My channel is really new. I think I've got a magical number of 4 subscribers now, which is, man, it's crazy. But yeah, please like and subscribe and leave comments on anything about, yeah, if I talk too much or, yeah, whatever. All right, guys, have a good one. See ya. Bye.